Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to a new video. My name is Prince Meyson. Today we're going to be talking about the best camera you can buy in 2020. Now this to me is the best camera you can buy right now, and I'll tell you a few reasons why. I'm going to go over a lot of reasons why, but I'll explain some reasons that are specific to me as a person and someone that has been using the camera for such a long time. But before we get into that video, definitely check out my digital store. I have some things there that I think you would love. I have some skin tone lots, and I also have my retouching essentials pack there. You can get things like advanced frequency separation, the dodge and burn, skin smoothing, just a lot of things that are in there that you guys should definitely check out. And if you're not looking to get any of those, I have some free things. I have my free eyes and teeth whitening action, and I also have a free frequency separation action that you can download and use. So definitely go check it out and download all that stuff, even if it's just the free ones. Just go check it out. So yeah, let's talk about the camera. What camera am I talking about? Right here I have the Sony A7 III and the Sigma 35 1.4, but this is not the camera I'm talking about. We're going to be making a lot of references to this camera. The camera I'm talking about is the Sony A7R Mark III, and that's the camera I'm recording with right now. To me personally, I feel like this is the best camera you can buy right now, and that's the Sony A7R Mark III. The reason why I have the Sony A7 III here is because a lot of people talk about this camera and they say, oh, you know, it's the best camera you can buy right now. It's the best camera, you know, they'll advise most people to buy because of the feature set and everything. And I feel like the Sony A7R III is still better than this camera, and you can get it at a very affordable price. So let's talk about price first before we talk about a lot of things that this camera is bringing to the table. So for price, this camera sold at, I think, $3,200 when it came out. So Americans would say $3,200. It sold at $3,200 when it came out, and I got mine for about $3,500 because I had to buy from store, taxes, a lot of things, just took it up to $3,500. Now that same camera goes for about $2,400 and I think $80 right now, and it is crazy that you can get the camera for this cheap. Now a lot of people refer to the A7R Mark IV as the best overall camera that's out there right now, but just bear with me, I'll explain. The A7 III comes at just under $2,000, and it's crazy how you can get the A7R Mark III for less than $2,000 if you check the used market. You can get one that is in almost perfect condition, clean, no scratches. You can get it for under $2,000. The place I get my used gear from is Fred Miranda, and they are not sponsoring this video. It's just a community of photographers that come together and sell their things. So if you are a kind-hearted person and you know what it feels like to do business, then you can join that community and you can buy cameras from people there. So yeah, that's where I buy my cameras from, and I have seen the A7R Mark III for about $1,600 and something being sold on there for something that is in near perfect condition, like clean and works perfectly. That's crazy for this camera. Now the reason why I am going nuts about this camera being that cheap is because of the feature set that this camera has. So I wrote a few things on my laptop here, and the first thing was price, obviously, because it is really cheap. Now the second thing is it is 42 megapixels. That's huge, and it produces huge file sizes. So let's just talk about the cons, but there is a way around that. When you shoot compressed RAW, you are literally not losing too much quality from that. And even when you shoot compressed RAW, the image quality that comes out of this camera is still way better than that of the Sony A7 III. It is 42 megapixels. It is always sharp. Quality is amazing. 15 stops of dynamic range, so you can get, if you're shooting outdoors, you know, you can pull a lot of detail from your highlight and your shadows back. It is just the quality is just amazing. Like, I've been using this camera, like I said, since 2018, and I have never had any issues with the quality out of this camera. So 42 megapixels, amazing quality. You just cannot beat that right now, except you go for the A7R Mark IV, which, to be honest, you really cannot see a huge difference in the image quality. Now I haven't used the A7R Mark IV, and it is I think it is 20% more, something about that, because it's 60 some megapixels. Well, you guys can go check Tony and Chelsea Nottrop's video. I think, yeah, that's their name, Tony and Chelsea Nottrop. You can go check their video out where they were talking about the Sony A7R Mark III and the Sony A7R Mark IV. And Chelsea was talking about why she would still pick the A7R Mark III over the A7R Mark IV. You know, image quality is almost the same thing, and you know, the file sizes out of the A7R Mark IV are just huge compared to the A7R Mark III. So trust me, this is still the best camera you can buy. Now let's move to the next thing, and that is autofocus. This for me was just a no-brainer. Now I know a lot of cameras right now, like the EOS R and the Nikon Z systems, are jumping on the whole autofocus thing, but Sony started it, and I feel like the autofocus is still better, but that's a debate for another day. But imagine having amazing image quality and the autofocus together. That's just a no-brainer for a beauty photographer like me, a portrait photographer like me. It just made my life really easy when I switched to this system, and that's why I've been using it for like the longest time. So the autofocus is another reason why this camera is amazing. Now let's move to being able to customize your camera. Now almost every button in this camera is customizable. So you have your, let's use the A7 III because you know it has almost the same feature set. So you have your C1, your C2, you have your C3, so many things here that you can customize, so you can just tweak your camera to your heart's content. Now we're just going to run through a few of these things that I wrote here. It shoots 10 frames per second. With tracking, I don't shoot that fast, so I don't really care about it, to be honest. Silent shooting, I never use it, but if it's something that'll work for you, then that's great. Then the tilting touchscreen, the touchscreen sucks, to be honest. Let's not even talk about that. But yeah, like the A7 III, this can tilt out. It's not as good as the EOS R that you can turn and swivel towards you, but yeah, this is what you get. I've used this sometimes when I was shooting video, but I don't know. But it's just there, so I'm glad it's there. Then we also have a larger battery than the A7R II and the older generation Sony systems. Now the battery on this camera is really good. Now I know it's not like a plus because Canon and Nikon have always made cameras that have amazing batteries, but the fact that Sony is on that level with them now and adding every other thing that the camera comes with, you know, they just add it to Sony and give them a plus for that. Then we also have 4K video, which is one of the major reasons why I switched to the A7R Mark III. So the A7 III, yes, has 4K video too, but the A7R Mark III has everything plus a bigger a 42 megapixel sensor with every other thing that this camera has. Then we also have 120 frames at 1080p, which I use a lot because I love slow motion. Then adaptable lenses. Now this is for all the Sony systems. The fact that you can just adapt Canon lenses to them and use them. They don't work flawlessly, but they work okay, so they'll give you enough time to be able to save enough money to buy Sony lenses. And let's move to the cons of being a Sony shooter, and that is lenses. Lenses are expensive, and other systems have started developing lenses for the Sony systems, but you know, it's just going to take a while before Sony can catch up to people like Canons, and I know they're still doing better than the Nikon mirrorless systems because those ones just came out recently. So Sony's they're doing really good, but just put at the back of your mind that their lenses are pretty expensive. Put at the back of your mind. Then another bad thing about the Sony systems are their menu system. Terrible. The only advantage you get, or the only shining light out of this whole issue, is you can just customize a part of your menu system to fit exactly what you want, and you can always go there to just, you know, tweak the settings you want. But it just takes a while to get the whole customization thing set up. But yeah, that's those are the two cons I can talk about when it comes to the A7R Mark III. I feel like it is the best camera you can get. Now you get all the best features in the A7 III plus a weather sealed body that is made with magnesium alloy, so it is a professional body, and you also get a 42 megapixel sensor that is just amazing and it kills it. The pictures are tack sharp and it comes with 15 stops of dynamic range. So to me, it is the overall perfect camera, and you can get it for as low as $1,700, $1,800 used, and you can get it for $2,400 and something if you're buying it brand new. So all this feature set for a camera at this price point is just, it's a no-brainer to me. If you are looking to switch systems, you're looking to come to the whole Sony side of life. That just sounds funny, Sony side of life, but I'm the only person that's laughing, right? great. Yeah, if you're looking to come to this side of life, then the A7R Mark III should be the camera that you're looking to buy. Now, if you are a sports shooter, obviously you go for the A9 Mark II. But if you're somebody that is just a portrait photographer and you need as much resolution as possible and you shoot video on the side, so you're just like a hybrid shooter like me, then the A7R Mark III right now in 2020 is the best camera you can buy. Now, I know there are other systems coming out very soon. You know, you have the rumored Canon EOS R5, you have the EOS R, which I absolutely love. Trust me, I love that camera. The fact that it's touchscreen, the ease of use, Canon's menu system is amazing. It's just an amazing camera. But if you are to compare feature set and compare what both cameras can deliver, the A7R Mark III beats it hands down. And to me, like I said, right now it's still the best hybrid camera out there. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know if I missed any other thing, but I doubt I missed anything. But yeah, I just wanted to come talk to you guys about my camera and why I think you should buy this camera if you're looking to upgrade. I love the A7R III. It's an amazing camera. We still have it in the studio. We still use it for all types of shoots. But if I was taking pictures, it's still my A7R Mark III, and if I'm shooting videos, it's still my A7R Mark III. Not because this cannot do the job, but because there's just a camera in the studio that I feel like when it comes to photography, video-wise, that on par, they're the same thing. But when it comes to photography, I feel like I have a camera that can do better. So that's about it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, check out my digital store. I have a few things that will help you retouch better and retouch faster in there, and I have some, freebies there for you guys. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you love this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so you can be one of the first people to know when I put out new content. Also, comment below, let me know what you think. Let me know what camera system you use first, and let me know what you think about the Sony A7R Mark III. Now, I know not everybody can afford this camera right now, because there are probably going to be people in the comment section talking about, oh, you're just talking about cameras like that, so cheap and everything. I know that for a fact. But with time, and as long as you keep working, you're going to get to a point where getting a camera is not going to be a problem for you. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing day. Peace.